unity among the children every day. That is unity among the African people. Yeah, yo, na 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 no, nati nati bongo, na 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 no. Yeah, yo, shana na no.
Yeah, beautiful people. I hope you're doing great. I'm taking this pain to make this broadcast today because in whatsoever thing we do, come 2018, in regards to this particular topic, it is the innocent children that is going to suffer, or it's going to be the pockets of people that are throwing or that are giving money to God Sent Foundation that will suffer. Whichever way, it's not going to be a pleasant situation. That's why I urge everybody, share up this video now, invite your friends, most especially those from Edo State. Try your best, share up the video, invite them to come over. Let's discuss. You understand? Some points really have to be made today. You know, I wanted to postpone this, but man, every day I try to postpone it. We're getting closer to 2018. I woke up a few minutes ago and I went on Facebook, and behold, another everywhere, scrolling down my news feed, my beloved Edo people just keep on fighting over things that we that are watching from afar begin to wonder, is there something they are not telling us? Yeah, big up yourself, Bamidele. Big up yourself, Sunday Ebuka. Big up yourself, Samuel Idoko. Share up the video because this is a matter that concerns me a lot. And not just me, I know a whole heap of people, a whole heap of Nigerian people out there are very concerned about this topic. It is becoming unbecoming. So while we wait for our other beloved brothers to join us, let's hear this powerful message from the great one from Edo State again, Majek Fashek.
There's unity among the Juja people, Chacha people. Yeah, yo.
Sing. Why you don't sing?
Majek Fashek, man.
Now, we're going to do this song together now, because We're going to move to Africa soon. Whether you like it or not. All these Nigerians will come America here. Let me go back to Nigeria, man.
Tell them.
You know, we're going to move back to Africa, man.
It all began in Africa and we're all moving back to Africa.
Yeah. Africa is the hope for the future.
Tell them, Pupadan.
Yes.
So many people don't know this.
Too much technology cannot save the future.
Can't change the future, yeah?
Let's come together. We got to love one another.
That's the message, yeah?
Let's come together and help one another. When I say yeah, yo, you say shana do. Yeah, yo. Shana do. And that's it, bongo. I can't hear you, baby. Are you sleeping? Yeah, yo. And that's it, bongo. Hey.
Greatness personified, and he is from Edo State. Yep. Pam 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 pam.
When I say yeah, yo, you say shana do. Yeah, yo.
Yeah, Bamidele.
I can't hear you, baby. Are you sleeping?
A great singer.
Yeah, yo.
And a great son of Edo land. So, you know what I'm gonna do? Well, let me turn down this silicone. Beautiful people, I hope we are all gearing strong to dive into the new year with a lot of greatness. A great one there from the legend himself. Need I tell you people that I was greatly inspired to become a musician by this great Edo son. He's from Edo State. Honey, just leave me with a chocolate tin now. I was greatly inspired to go into music by this great Edo legend called Majek Fashek. You see, one thing about education, like we all know, we have the formal education and we have the informal education. Whichever one that comes your way or you might be opportuned to acquire plays a very long way in building your person. It goes a long way in making you who you are gonna be in the future. So that is why I play, or I attach very much importance to education, be it formal or informal. Just saying, if you are a music lover and you grew up listening to the kind of this man Bob Marley and You know, the other great legends that spark nothing but great news or great messages, it will definitely affect your life, which in a way I think is very, very positive. But another thing about impacting lives is it all depends on you at the end of the day, because so many of us knows the difference between good and evil, but they will everly choose evil. It's not about the knowing now, it's about the choice. So, big up the man called Majek Fashek for the great knowledge he has impacted in my life. I will not tell you no lie. It made me to see the value of unity. Despite all, and when I say all, I mean all, what people might say, or the different kind of people that I encountered while growing up, it never changed my mentality about the way I see people and the way I value humanity. So, thus saying, I would love every true son of Edo State. Honey, please go go there and click the space button, the backspace button, just one. No, it's not working. I ain't getting it. Put the E back. So, sorry for that for that little delay there. So, like I was saying, this is very important to me, and I would like you to share this up to every bona fide son of Edo State, be them home or abroad. Invite them, because there is, there is this song that used to be in vogue a couple of years ago that says "Got till it's gone." So many of us might never get to value what we have today until we no longer have that in possession. Then regret becomes the order of the day. Ambassador Odion, let me start by saying I still look very forward to meeting that man called Ambassador Odion, and also looking forward to knowing exactly who he is as a person. But that being said, does it really matter to me who he is as a person? It all depends on the kind of relationship I choose to have with him. But going to the subject at hand right now, in regards to his vision or his acts that we have been seeing that has come really strong this year 2017, talking about the random act of kindness, and let me not use the word great now, let me just talk about the works. You understand? It's left for you and I to judge at the end of the day after this broadcast his works and all he has been doing in the God-sent foundation. For those that don't know me, I will repeat by saying I got attracted to Ambassador Odion based on what I saw live on television, on internet. I never knew him. And as a matter of fact, if you really know me, apart from the fact that I'm very open to people in general, but I'm very skeptical about people I drag close to me. Anyone that knows me would definitely point this out as maybe my flaws. Because maybe, I don't know, it's left for people to judge. Maybe I have trust issues, but would you blame me? You're not going to blame me if you found yourself in a society where betrayal, backbiting, image slandering has become the order of the day. So that's why I'm very, very skeptical about those that I drag close to me or I even allow to come a yard close to me. But then, my person being that guy that will always look out for the less privileged in the society and people that really are in need. My passion dragged me, or always dragged me to my news feed on Facebook, of which I am very, 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 present, to always look out for people that really, really might need a help or two. And one of those days, I stumbled across a crippled guy. Sorry, let me not use, pardon me to use that word. A physically challenged guy that was rapping. So immediately I clicked on the page, on the live video, and I watched it. Immediately I felt compassion for that little boy, and I contacted the guy that was that owns the page, or that owns the Facebook account. Behold, it was a man called Ambassador Dion. So I sent him a message. I sent him the message. I said, look, bro, send me your account number. He didn't ask me for nothing. I didn't even know anything about the God Send Foundation or the whole Ray thing. No. I just saw a video and I was like, man, this guy needs, he needs encouragement. So that was why I contacted him immediately. And I sent him a message. It took a while before he responded to my message, and he just dropped the account number. Then I had to now do some transfer down to Nigeria, of which I instructed somebody to pay a certain amount of money. I think it was 100,000. Pardon me if I'm mistaken, but something about that to him. And I gave a clear instruction. I said, let this get to that young boy. After that, I went about doing my thing. It took about a month or two before I started getting buzz, from people, including the young lad, in appreciation to what I did for him. And that was right then I remember that, man, okay, I sent some money back home, to this guy. I have even taken that out of my mind, because for me, I am the kind of guy that once I just do something, I just get it moving. I don't just stay stuck to something and just, no. I did it and my heart or my conscience was clear, and I, bounce along to something else. So when that guy came buzzing and said, oh, thank you very much, bro, blah, 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 Ray, I felt very much impressed. I was like, man, because being someone that has been duped several times by Nigerians, it is very unlikely. It is, let me not use the word unlikely. It is rare to come across a people or a person that you just send money to, you don't know him, and you just give clear instructions, and the guy went straight ahead and did exactly what you told him to do. And I'm talking about for an amount as it might be small to many of us, but 100,000 is not small to a whole heap of people. I have seen people run away with my 10,000. I have seen people run away with my 30,000 Nigerian naira, thinking that their world is gonna end there. You understand? I just laugh at such people, and and I just wonder why. Tomorrow you're gonna hear them come out and cry that Nigeria is so bad, nobody wanna help, all that kind of raid. So back to the subject. Ambassador Dion did exactly what I asked him to do, and from that moment, I just put my eyes on him. I'm like, okay, let me see what this guy is all about. I started to follow his works. He has never asked me for nothing personally. He has never asked me for nothing. Only about, I think, after a year after that or so, knowing that I am following his work, occasionally he writes me in my inbox. He drops some kind of ideas. You understand? And the ideas, I am talking about a personal thing. No, I'm not talking about what you think about Ambassador Dion. I'm telling you what I have experienced from him. So after this, I mean, and in my right here in the comment section, everyone is free to comment or to say what they think about him, and actually iron these things out before we get to the year 2018, because like the great Magic Fashek just finished saying in this his song, you know, unity. We all need to come together. You understand? I have been privileged to be among the high and the mighty, to be in the midst of the poor, the rich, the powerful. I have seen a whole lot of things. I have traveled a lot, and my knowledge based on what I think or I have experienced about humans, it's something that I think is worth sharing with a whole heap of us, for us to be able to enlighten ourselves before we make decisions. Because whatsoever decision we make today will definitely affect us tomorrow. It will definitely affect us tomorrow. Well, it all depends on what you want. Some people want a society where we're going to have a whole heap of people begging, poor. Yeah, some people actually want that. Some people are so much filled with pride that they just enjoy to be the guy at the top. You understand? Earlier this morning, I saw a picture of a man that has his one of his hand in his pocket, and an elderly woman was kneeling down in front of him. This picture is one picture that has gone viral this morning, and a whole heap of people are condemning that. I looked at that picture, but I wasn't seeing that man and that woman. I was just seeing the society, because this is the society where I came out from. That is Nigeria for you. A whole heap of elites. And that's what I want a whole lot of us to understand today. That the problem in that country is not really about tradition, is not really about tribe or different culture. Is about the elites and the poor. It's about class. Class has played or is playing a very major role in dividing our people and turning most especially the poor people into slaves of themselves. They don't even know who they are anymore. The poor people have become worshippers of the so-called elites without even stepping back to ask themselves, what exactly are they really gaining from this so-called elite people? But they choose to roll with them because probably they feel more secure with them. And mind you, I am coming out to voice things like this. Of course, I don't need to sound it out. I am not begging for food. And I am not, by the grace of the Most High God, I could be counted among those in the elite class. And I have my friends, my colleagues, and a whole heap of people that I dine and wine with on a daily basis. And I sense and I see for myself the way they reason. It's not what anyone is going to talk to me about. This is a life I live every day. And I am authoritatively telling a whole heap of you, in case you don't know, that in a nutshell, these elite people don't care about you. They don't care about you. They really don't care about you. Of course, to further explain some things to you, I was born into a very, 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 what word am I going to use? I was born into a family that was somebody. I'm trying to break it down now. It's not time to speak big grammar and big English. It's time to try to pass this message to people that really need it. And I'm talking right now to a whole heap of people that are from Edo State and Nigeria as a whole. So, pardon me whichever thing you don't understand, try to call me back to it so we can explain and discuss further. Like I said, this is very, very important to me because there are lives that are at stake to this whole brouhaha going on Facebook. Every time we wake up, you go on Facebook, there is one Edo youth slandering, damaging, shouting down on another Edo youth. You understand? And it is appalling. It is appalling. And I choose to want to remind my Edo brothers how great you people are. How great you people are as a people. I remember growing up as a kid, so many great stories were told about the Edo kingdom. So many mighty stories. I am not from Edo State, but I heard a whole heap of great stories as a little picnic, as a little child. I heard a whole heap of stories about the Edo kingdom, the Benin kingdom. Then, as we started to grow up, another set of stories started to fly out. And this is where we have to strike that point now. We started to see an Edo State from the days of Anini, for those that remember. Anini, and I think Monday Osumbo, and the whole heap of armed robbers. You know, it was just a kind of conflicting message because whenever I go to school as a little child, the stories that were given to us were about the Great Benin Kingdom. And whenever I come back a yard, because my dad was a very, very big journalist, so he was covering, I was very little then, but I have always been this kind of smart kid that, got my ears to the ground. So I was always hearing about, then again, the Mondo Sumbo, the Aninis, all that raid, very bad news coming up from that region that made almost all of us scared. I grew up in Lagos. My little boy days were in Lagos, Nigeria. So it got us very, very, very much frightened and scared about Bendel State. Then it was Bendel or Bendel. You understand? It made us very scared about Bendel. The news that was coming out, no thanks to the media then, of which my father was a very great journalist. You understand? It made us very scared about Edo State. And, and sort of skeptical. At that time, I didn't want to have nothing. I mean, as a kid, I didn't know much, but just what, the kind of news that was flying all about. I didn't want to have anything to do with anybody from Edo State or anybody from Bendel State then, because there was this, how it is, stupid stigmatization, you understand, and grouping of everyone to be dangerous and a criminal, just the same way you hear people talk about Igbo people, that Igbo people are so much in love with money they can do anything about money. These things happen. It's not about Edo State alone. It's normal. It's normal. Some people get so, so dumb that they grade everybody together. But then, you're not going to blame the little boy like me then and the whole heap of people. And I'm sure if you can be sincere to yourselves, you will understand where I'm coming from and where I'm going. Edo State, apart from the Great Benin Kingdom era, they flung themselves into another level entirely. A level where nobody wants to associate with people from there because of everything negative you can talk about. You understand? Like I said, before I got to this point, like I said, this is just, how I'm going to put it, it's just a move to divide and conquer. This is an orchestrated plan or move by the elite people to divide and conquer us again. But stupid people will never get to see it from this point. And like I said previously, I am telling you authoritatively, take it from a guy that came from a very, very prominent home. My dad, so when I'm talking to some so-called elite people that knows how to speak so many big English, that wants to come out and always try to brainwash people with loads of big grammars that ain't holding no waters. You understand? I am trying as much as possible not to get personal with this, but just to be able to be liberal, to open up my heart, to see things from your own point of view too. If you are against me or against what I am discussing today, let us discuss it as humans, considering or putting into consideration that a whole heap of lives are attached to the things that we do or say today. Do not let social media or the quest or the urge to become relevant. You understand? I know what it is. I know what it is. I am one of those people you could say is in the limelight. I know how intoxicating fame can be, in whichever level you are getting that from. Some people have made themselves celebrities over the internet or over Facebook Live videos, and they see the need to keep their people, to keep their what they call it, their readers, or to keep their followers abreast, or with whatever. I don't know. I don't even know how to put it. They just feel the need to keep those readers stuck, and most of us have resulted to gossip. They have resulted to slandering of image, without even caring who we hurt or who ends up paying the price for the stupid things that we do over the internet or on the internet, based on what? Pride. You come up there on your Facebook Live, you're bouncing, you're dancing, you're shouting, you're saying, hey, which name? Obatala, or you're saying, what names? Calling people's names, slandering their images, and you have a whole heap of gossip people, a whole heap of people that probably have nothing tangible to do, come up there and give you a round of applause. You get intoxicated with the fame, and you're forgetting that what you're doing today is actually affecting or going to affect a whole heap of lives in the nearest future. One of those things are those that I came up this morning, and I could not just scroll down my news feed without having 3 or 4 videos bashing this man called Ambassador Dion. And I begin to wonder, I'm like, okay, let's come out and talk about this, because most of these videos or posts I have come to see, none of them is really hitting the point at what we, when I say we the novice, we the onlookers, none of them have actually hit the point on why we that are operating from afar to actually turn our backs on the man called Ambassador Dion. You have the rights. You have the right to disagree with me right now. You have the right to express yourself. Mind you, for those that don't know, I am one of, yes, that's why it's of great concern to me. I am one of the great supporters of Ambassador Dion and his works. And when I talk about support, I'm talking about cash-wise. Yeah, I spend my bubble bill, my hard-earned bubble bill, in supporting a whole heap of people. I'm talking, okay, when I talk about bubble bill, I mean my cash, my hard-earned foreign currency. I spend it in supporting the less privileged and trying to see that we make lives better for our people, and of which Ambassador Dion is a beneficiary or has been a beneficiary so far. And that's why I'm concerned. You hear the whole word flowing up and down. Scam, scam, scam. He's a scam. He's this, he's that. Ambassador Dion is this, he's that. He's a beggar. He's this, he's that. He's this, he's raid. I'm like, okay, fine. Can we get to know how has he scammed you? Who has he scammed? What has he collected money to do that he never got to do? These are the things that I need answers myself. I fucking need answers myself. I want to know, who is this man that I am supporting? Who is this man? Because right here in this country where I reside, in a couple of days, again, you know, a whole heap of, I'm going to be out there in the press and I'm going to give interviews concerning this topic. You understand? Because the works Ambassador Odion himself is doing with me, or the work at which I am doing that has involved him executing them back there in Edo State, Nigeria, has cut the eyes of the people out here. It has cut the eyes of the media. The media themselves, the elites themselves that have the radar upon me are already asking me questions about, hey, bro, what's that thing you guys did out there? Man, I saw this, I saw that, I saw this, I saw that. You understand? And that goes a long way because my reputation is very much at stake. In anything I do, like I have often said, I have never claimed to be the best musician ever. I've never claimed to be the best lyricist or the most handsome man out there or classy man out there. No. The only thing that has kept me going till this point is my integrity. My integrity, of which I hold at very, very, very high esteem. And I would not in any way lose it over anything or anybody. That's why I'm concerned. That is why I bring up this topic today and I say, hey, what is this thing? What is this thing about Ambassador Dion that probably we don't know? Come out and say it, or as we work into 2018, just do yourself and those little children and widows a favor to shut your blood clot mouth up. Yes, I am saying this straight ahead because it's personal to me. Personal to me because I, as an individual, I know what it is to have and not to have. Take it from me. You go out there, up on Facebook, you run your Facebook live videos, you slander people, you talk a whole heap of, without no point. We want to know. If he's a scam, tell us how he has been scamming people. It's not too long, there was this, raid everywhere about him being wanted by the FBI. I came out again then, for those that remember, and I made a video trying to enlighten some people about how things work without disputing their own point of him being wanted by the police or the FBI out in America. But I just threw out some point there for people to be enlightened, saying, if this man is wanted by the police, why this, why that, why this, why that, which according to the laws of the international community, it is almost impossible. At the end of the day, we saw Ambassador Dion flying into, I think it's Texas then, and I guess that puts the final nail to the coffin of the whole rascal people were talking about him then. And after that again, it keeps popping up. I am not ignorant of what it is to be in the limelight. This is my field. Every day, I myself get things like this. The press is going to write. The people are going to talk. They see the money coming in, they have to talk. That is part of what you get by being in the mainstream or in the limelight. We understand that. But when it has to do with the lives of innocent, poor people out there, we have to be very, 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 you have to be very, 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 very slow on these things. Calm down. Calm down. Please. You might hate Ambassador Odion for who he is as a person. That is something else. But when you take your hate to another level where you do not care about what you are doing and how it might affect the lives of innocent children and widows out there, then it becomes a problem. Then you have to start asking yourself, how sane are you as a human? It's easy to talk. Very easy to talk. You understand? What exactly is the problem? Ambassador Dion is not educated. And how does that give me, how does that affect my GP? Like I give a rascal fuck about things like that. I don't care. Or I don't think any of those kids care. Who, as according to an average Nigerian, goes to who English help? Who English help? Who? Let me tell you something. You see my girl here? My girl is highly educated. She studied finance. You understand? She went to the university, the best out here. And she is check her profile. My girl is a very educated girl and a very serious-minded businesswoman. And I'm not saying this to tell you to brag about my girl. I'm just trying to tell you that everything she acquired in terms of education was done in Romanian language. My girl's first language is not English. She is an educated woman that doesn't know how to speak English much. Up till now, she still makes serious blunders in English language because English is not her first language. I don't know if you know if you're getting the point. She is Hungarian. She is Hungarian that was born in Romania. You understand? So, in and around me, I have Hungarian and Romanian languages flying up and down. My son speaks 3 languages and now he's on the 4th one. My son speaks Romanian very fluently. He speaks Hungarian very fluently and he speaks English, which he is still catching up with. My point is, go to Germany, go to France, go to Denmark, go to every other civilized country. None of them borrow people's languages and try to enforce it upon themselves. But I'm not going out here now to justify if Ambassador Dion is educated or not. But like I said earlier on, who the rascal gives a fuck? I don't give a blood clot fuck if he's educated or if he is not. What I care about is how many times have you, educated person, gone out in the street and sit among the poor and sit among the sick and sit among the widows and ask them, how are you doing? Will your English help? Who? This is very important. This is very important. Like I said, I am trying as much as possible not to get personal with these things. And trust me, I am not in any way trying to run down anybody. I'm just trying to bring some sensitivity into this. So, and to try to sanitize the situation that is going on now. Give me, straight ahead. He's a scammer. He scammed this person. He did this. He did that. With proofs. And let us know how we're going to run with it. Let us know how we start tackling the situation on ground. Let's learn to stick to the point on ground, Nigerians. This is how you all got yourself bamboozled by some rascal people, and you ended up with the government you have today. This is it. Remember, it's not too long ago. I was among the people that came out and I sounded the whole heap of warning. I said, stay clear, stay clear. This man you guys are about to vote in, this is what's going to happen. I was trashed down. I was lashed. A whole people came out with venoms upon me. At the end of the day, I sit back here and I'm just laughing. When I see a whole heap of Nigerians come about and complain for scarcity, no lack of education, lack of good hospitals, and all that rare. Now, who is suffering it? Is it me or is it the people back there? At the end of the day, we can come out and speak all the big English that we know how to speak, but it's not going to change the situation on ground. The situation on ground needs urgent help. Nigeria needs the people that are vibrant. Nigeria needs people that have things up here, and most especially people that have this humanity. It takes only someone that really cares about his or her fellow human being to really come out and take the bull by the hand and say, how are we going to get things done right? Ambassador Dion might not be educated. He might not be doing things the way you would have loved him to do it. But then, do you have a better solution? Do you have a better idea? Come out with it. Come out with it. Maybe the likes of me and several other huge people out there might find your ideas very interesting. Come out with something. Come up with something tangible. Come up with a blueprint. Let's see how we can be able to help people. Edo people, I don't know if you know how lucky you are. Yes, I'm using the word lucky now because like that song that I pointed out the other time, Got Till It's Gone, you might never get to understand. Look at what Imo State have got. Rochas Okorocha as a governor. You only can imagine how pathetic that is. Look, in my bid in putting my money and my resources into the lives of people that actually need help, I have searched, trust me. But then, up to this point, I have not seen. I used to do this individually. You know, what I mean individually, I mean once in a while I just come out on Facebook and I just speak. And I send money. The proof is that, I mean, I don't need to, for those that know me, go ask about me. This is my life. My life is a life of giving. Yes, even if it is a peanut, one nut I give to you. Just know that for me to give you one nut, a grain, just know that I don't have more than two. That is what I'm talking about. It's not about having millions and sprinkling crumbs upon the floor. It's about giving your all. What are you really doing to your people? What are you really doing for your people? I'm speaking to the so-called elite that might want to run everything they see down because it's not coming from them. Like I said, you might have one or two grudges against Ambassador Dion as a person. It's very much allowed. It's not by force that two people must agree. But then, let it be personal. Let it be personal. Like I said previously, Ambassador Dion as a person is not my friend. He's not my friend because I can't call him my friend. I know what I mean by when I say someone is my friend. You understand? I could die for you. I could give an eye for you. If I call you my friend, better be rest assured of that. I could give you my eye. I could give you my everything. He's not my friend. Though I would like him to be my friend. You understand? I would love him to be my friend. I would like to drag him closer to me. If he is the kind of person I would love to have around as a friend. I'm not saying I'm too important. And no. This is just me, my simple little life. You saw me the way, a couple of days ago. Most of the things I put it up live for you all to see. If I'm not on television, or if I'm not on the radio, I'm not on the out there on the microphone jamming down concerts, I am with my little circle. And my circle has to do with my immediate family, of which you all know I hold them in very high esteem. This is just me. I don't make friends. I don't make friends just like that. Because I am just protecting myself. Living in a world like the world we live in. If you are a Nigerian and you stay a foreign, I'm sure you have an idea what I'm talking about. Your friends will either make you or they'll maim you. That's why I'm very skeptical about these things. So do not think I am putting up for him because he is my friend. No. As a matter of fact, if there's anything that is really, really, really wrong about Ambassador Dion, I personally will be one of those that are going to suffer for it or from it. Because not only have my money gone in there, loads of my money, I have the intention of giving more into that foundation. Not because I give a rascal fuck about his foundation, no. But because I give a fuck about the kids out there on the street. I give a fuck about the lives that have been affected directly from the things we do, from the little contributions we make. For those that don't know about charity, saying, oh, he goes about, he's a beggar, he's a beggar, he's a beggar. What difference do you think these have to do? No, what difference do you think this he's doing is from that of the Bill Gates Foundation? Or what's that other guy's name? The former president of America. What's his name again? And several other foundations you see there. What difference do you think? The same thing. If I might be permitted to use your language, the same begging. All of them are begging. All. If I use your language of begging. But from the Bill Gates Foundation to whichever foundation you know about, they are all begging. How many of them actually do you think do these things out or with their money? No. They solicit for funds. They ask their friends. You understand? Yes, I'm not saying that they don't put their money into it, but I'm talking about the chunk of the money. Where you think it's coming from? From their pocket? No. They have a fraction at which they put in there. And they have so many other great partners all around the world that partner with them based on their integrity to carry out this bogus charity work we hear on the TV and all that. Read. Oh, because Ambassador Dion is just an up and coming, if I should use that word, and because he's trying to do things from the rural angle. You understand? It's like every other thing. It's about every other vision. A journey of 1,000 miles starts with this. It doesn't start with a step. It starts with an idea. The idea comes, then we start taking baby steps. He is taking baby steps. And just like me as an artist, by the time I started writing songs and busting songs, I started with the people around me. I started to tell them, ask them, hey, guy, hear this. What do you think about this? I started to beat my chest. You understand? And I started to, try to compose one or two things for my friends to hear. You understand? The people around me were the first set of people that gave me the round of applause. They were the first set of people that, became my first audience. From there, I started to, mature. I started to groom my thing. I started to nurture my thing. I started to move from one idea to another, from one idea to another. I started to attract a whole heap of older people. If you look at me now, a whole heap of people that are singing my praise today. If you knew me, or if you saw my beginning about 17 years ago, you're never going to find me appealing. One, I was a guy from the ghetto. Two, I was a guy from the ghetto. Two, I was scruffy and dirty. Three, my language was so ghetto that the people of the elite, I'm talking about the elite class, never found anything fancy about me. But look at me today. Now I am sitting among the high and the mighty. Everything takes a step. So probably because you don't like the way he's going about it, which does not fit in to what you know or how you feel, you get disturbed. I understand that. Like I said, I understand you. Being a guy that came out from a family that is very, 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 what I mean very, very, I'm telling you, if you know my father, I've said it times without number. Ibitu Ukiwe, like Homo, they were under my dad. My house was, I mean, not my house. I'm talking about my dad's house. I mean, my family house then. Saw the likes of Abiola, Iwanyawu, and the rest of them. You know, governors, ministers were always assembling in my house because my dad was a prominent man. So I'm trying to tell you from the angle of someone that was born into this life. I know how people like this think. They want things to be done their own way. If you are not in their class, or they try to see you as But then they forget one thing: before the Most High God, we are all one. I attended the best schools that Nigeria ever had. For those that knew Surulere then, there were only 2 great primary schools then. I mean, not that there were only 2, but there were these 2 primary schools that if you came out from those primary schools, you're going to be given a gunshot salute. Fountain Nursery and Primary School, and they have Yewande Memorial. I attended Yewande Memorial School, just to let you know the class of people I'm surrounded with. From there, I attended Federal Government College, Ikotekpene. For those that know Nigeria again, you know these were the best set of schools then. The people I had in my class were ministers, commissioners, governors' children, the high and the mighty. I know how we feel when we come back here, then when we come back home and we see those that attend the local schools. I know how we look at them. But some of us were humbled. People like me, who were humbled. Life humbled me when my dad died. When my dad died, I was barely 8 or 9 years old. Then life took its turn upon me. Life took its turn upon me, my brother, and humbled I and my siblings. From that guy that had the likes of Iwanya and the rest of them, flopping me house, flocking every now and then. From the guy that was always seeing his dad on television, I became a guy that was hawking my mother's clothes in a Agboju market. You understand? From the guy that was always going to school, driven in our 504, then you know what it is to have a 504 saloon car. You understand? From a guy that, that was driven by the driver then to school and all that raid. I became a guy that was trekking. I was trekking with my bare foot from Surulere. I'm talking about that, those Ikponri housing estate area then. That was where we ended up. So from that area, I was trekking to Agboju market. To calculate the distance. I was trekking there it was regular for I and my sibling. Selling, my mom had a whole heap of clothes. My mom was an international businesswoman. She was rarely in Nigeria. She had one of the best restaurants then in Surulere then. My mom had, my mom was the major distributor of Rock Lager beer. Then, if you remember, Rock Lager beer all the way from Jos. She was the sole distributor in Lagos State. And she was a major distributor of NBL, Nigerian breweries then. We had warehouses. We had loads. We had, house boys, girls, you understand? From that boy, I was reduced. We were reduced. Life humbled us when my dad died. And we thought that was not enough. Before you knew it, my mom left back to England. And I was more as an orphan. I was humbled. So I am just trying to tell you, when I speak to you from 2 different angles. A guy that knows exactly when the children of the elites start running them out, I know where they're coming from. I understand them. Probably my son now might, which I pray God forbid. I'm trying my best. That is why I'm always concerned about my family, to be able to invite these things into him while he's growing. Not to look at the fact because his father is able to give him everything. No, that there are not people out there that really needs help, that are not having the life he's having. He should be able to have an idea about these two set of people. Only then can he be able to make right judgment at the right time when dealing with issues like this. Those people out on the street is not, don't make them a bait. Don't make them the tool for you guys to justify who is greater than who. They say when two elephants fight, it's the grass that suffers it. Please, don't make those children on the street become the tool you guys use on your, in the battlefield. No. No, you're fighting for freedom. You're fighting for whatever you're fighting for. You're fighting against the government. Let it be it. Do not use those poor people on the street. Do not use us as the bait. As a matter of fact, in particular, I don't give a fuck about who you are. I've told you about who I am already. So know when you want to come at me or you want to come at things like this, know who you're talking to. I have an idea of a bit of everything. Please, desist. Desist. If you have anything against Ambassador Dion, let it, and if it's personal, go handle it personal with him. If you have anything in regards to the subject about his so-called, yes, because I don't want to, you understand, I don't want to stand and, okay, I'm defending, no. About his so-called charity thing, come out and let it know. Go straight to the point and tell us. He's a scamist. He did this, he did that, he did that. He's been wanted by this, that, Ray. Come out and make us know about these things. Then we can know how to start dealing with these things. And I've said it times without number. I could be straight like that, like an arrow upon a dot. It goes out, same to Ambassador Dion. If by any means whatsoever, God forbid in the future, that we get to find out that all these things we have been doing, putting ourselves, our lives, putting, yes, when I say our lives, putting my integrity out there for you. If, God forbid, by adventure, we get to find out that you are not what you have portrayed us to be, I will be one of the people that will come out here also, and I will bring you down. I will bring you down. Trust me, I will bring you down. The same might, the same power, the same energy that is taking me to support you, I would use that same energy against you. If by adventure, but God forbid, you turn out to be what you have portrayed to us that you're not. So I encourage you, my brother, stay strong. Stay strong in as much as you know that what you're doing is coming straight from the innermost part of your heart. Stay strong, my brother. I am in that same shoes with you. Meaning, I go about this life. I see this on a daily basis. People do everything within their reach, within their powers to bring me down every day. But I just smile and I stay strong. You know what kept me going? Because they say an innocent heart fears no accusation. Yeah. There was a time the way I do my own things. I mean, the way you see me, the kind of money you see me roll about. If I had any skeleton in my cupboard, if I have any skeleton in my cupboard, trust me, I would have been in jail. You know, we live in Europe, man. I am an European artist. For those that don't understand, in case you don't know, I am registered, signed to an European label. Meaning, there is no way I can do anything. Anything. This is not Nigerian police. This is not African police. There is no way I can do anything against the government or against the law and have the right to come out and brag about all these things on air. No, I would have gone down since. So the same way I go about my thing, it's the same way I encourage you, Mr. Ambassador Odion. Make sure your hands are clean. Desist from evil or anything that looks like evil. That is the same. This is the same. If you ask my DJ, he's the only African guy that I have around me that work with me. ask him, I tell him the same thing. Ask if you can get across to my girl. Ask her, and she will tell you the same thing. Like they say, the word of God is like a two-edged sword. So as I'm talking to you, I'm even talking to myself. Desist from evil or anything that looks like evil. This is how I have been able to conquer all my enemies. This is how I've been able to keep myself ahead of my counterpart. Nothing. There is no secret. A whole heap of people ask, how do you do these things? I don't even know how I do it. All I know is that I keep myself upright, straight like an arrow upon the dart. You hear me? So please, let these words be known to you Edo people. You are the very lucky people. I personally, you don't know the backlash I get from. Yes, like I've often said, and for those that know, I am from an Igbo background. My dad is an Igbo man. You understand? May his soul rest in peace. So, you don't have an idea where somebody from, yeah, you know what Nigeria is all about. You know how tribe plays in Nigeria and everything that has to do with Nigerian thing. You know how tribe is easily, tribe and, what they call it? Race, no, tribe. How tribe, the tribe card is easily used in Nigeria when it comes to things like this. Oh, you're supporting Edo people. Oh, what about your own people? I get that all the time. All the blood clot time. I get this all the time. But then I ask them the same question. Bring out one person from the Igbo side and let's see if we're not going to support him. It's a challenge. Do you know one certain time I had to go on Facebook and I started to search. I started to search out if there is any Igbo person that is about this kind of thing that Ambassador Dio is doing. You know why? Let me tell you, let me make this thing straight. Some people will say, use your money and give. If you want to do something, go and do it directly by yourself. Look, for a guy like me, I don't reside in Nigeria. I have a very tight and busy schedule. You understand? Remember, for those that don't, I can always draw this out. I am an entertainer. For the fact that I am not on your Nigerian television radar, for the fact that you don't see me on your Nigerian blogs, doesn't mean, like I said, we are in Europe, we are in Romania. We have our things going on here, our way, and our things going on. So probably you might not really understand when I'm speaking this. Well, I don't have time for all this stuff. So the best I could do is to search out for people that are into this stuff and assist them or empower them in the way I can financially to do things that I would love to do myself. So because I cannot take out the pain to leave what I have going on for me in Europe and fly down to Nigeria and go out on the street and do the things Ambassador Dion is doing, why shouldn't I salute the man that is doing that? Learn to appreciate people. Learn to appreciate people. Why wouldn't I applaud such wonderful work? Yes, because he's doing what I cannot do. The people I have utmost respect for are people that do things that I, Admiral C4C, cannot do. Immediately, you catch my attention, you tickle up my fancy, and I give you the respect that is due. I respect the man because he's doing what I cannot do. So going back to what I was saying, I took out time and I started to search out which Igbo person is doing such a thing. And I came across one woman that from Enugu State. She's I don't know what she is. Is it a senator or a legislator or something? Her name is Maria. I came across this woman's video, and the woman was talking about empowering people. She was giving out a whole heap of things. She's a lady. She's in the government. Then I didn't know. I just saw her a video and I was watching the video. I clicked on the video and I was watching her empowering people. Maria, I would try to remember the name. You understand? Her name is Maria anyway. She's from Ebonyi State. So I commented on the video and I felt touched about what she's doing, being my regular me. I now promised to give her 250 euros to empower her to give to the poor people, because I saw what she was doing. What she was doing was nice. She got excited, out there, and I told her to contact me. She was like, I said, contact me when you're free, inbox me, and drop me your account number, and I will wire the money to you. So, days after, my PA came to me. She said, somebody is writing a message. Her name is Maria. Because already, anything that has to do with things like that, I keep it up in my mind. I said, okay. Tell her to give her my WhatsApp number. Tell her to link me up on WhatsApp, because people that know me, I do not do Facebook chats. No, this is my policy. I don't do that. So I say let her link me up in my WhatsApp. You understand? So before you knew it, the woman linked me up in my WhatsApp, and I just say, hey, Wagwan, it's out there. I cannot forget. Immediately the woman said, I'm not interested anymore. Bye-bye. I can't forget. Just like that. I got a little bit confused, because right in the video I saw a woman that was very, very open. I saw somebody that was embracing people, all smiles and all that. And the first thing she said, I would reach out for those that might want, that are too inquisitive to find out, which is not necessary. You understand? She's just like, I'm not interested, bye-bye. For whatever reason best known to her. And I was like, okay. Fuck it. After all, it's my money. You understand? This happened just about, if I'm not mistaken, about 2 or 3 months before Christmas. This is me. My point is that this is me trying to move my good heart to the eastern part of Nigeria, searching for one person that can do this kind of thing for my people out there in the east, because it's not only Edo people that have poor people or that have widows. You understand? So, and this is what I got from her. I was disrespected by her. I don't care if she's in the government or whatsoever. For me, it was a disrespect. You understand? I was trying to help, and all of a sudden, for whatever reason best known to you, you didn't even give no chance or whatever. She just, acted that way. I was like, well, it's my bumper clap money. I have to put my money wherever I deem right. And again, I just went straight and I told the ambassador, hey, you know what? I'm giving you 1,000 euro to do what you have to do. Again, it went down to Edo State. I am saying this to make you understand how lucky you guys are as a people. How lucky you guys are as a people. There is Imo State. There is Enugu State. There's Anambra State, there's Lagos State, go up north, there's Adamawa, there's Sokoto. There are people at the IDP camps or whatever, the displaced people. There are people everywhere. There are poor people everywhere. But you have a person that have instigated a movement and is bringing things to your states, for Christ's sake. I am telling you authoritatively, I have a whole heap of Igbo brethren that boss me. I'm like, why am I doing this to Edo State? I hear the Edo people condemning this man without nothing tangible. Without nothing tangible to go for it. Mind you, my dad died in Edo State. He had a ghastly motor accident in Abudu Expressway. That alone, I am telling you from a very, very personal point of view now, that alone made my family, you don't want to go there. You don't want to go there. Like I said, every tribe, every region have these things. You understand? Have people that, castigate and try to stigmatize or whatever. You understand? But for the fact that my dad died in a ghastly motor accident in Edo State, my family don't want to hear nothing about Edo State. From the belief of voodooism to juju to whatsoever. You understand? Whenever the name Bendel is mentioned, I know you guys that are from Edo State, you understand what I'm trying to say. But does that stop us? Should that make all of us just say, oh, the whole Edo people are like that? No. We are enlightened enough. We are exposed enough to know that not everybody, we shouldn't group everybody to be in a category of something we think they are in our minds. That's why I broke out from that chains. That chain was holding me all through the days of my little youth. The chain of, Edo State. I broke out. I said, no. And one of the guys, or the person that really broke me out from that, is Ambassador Dion. He made me try to see Edo State from a whole heap, another angle entirely. I started to see Edo State from a very positive point of view. We are not going to rule out the fact that if you reside in Europe, the Edo people they have a greater population of Nigerians, or how will I put it? The Edo people are more than any other tribe in Europe when it has to do with Nigerians. So I see them we hear stories. Even if I don't get to see, I'm not going to sit in my high horse and say, hey, I don't care, I don't see. We hear stories. But despite all the stories that we hear, at least for people like me, I choose to only concentrate on the positive side. I scout. I actually go out of my way to scout for anything positive in a people or in a person. And that I want to hold on to. That alone I want to hold on to. Whatsoever positive thing I get to see in anybody, that is what I want to hold on to. That alone makes my heart free from hate. It makes me free from envy. My girl tells me something that of everything, that is something she has noticed about me. I have never, she said it, she says it out. She has never seen me look at anybody's work. I'm talking about me as a musician now. She has never seen me look at anybody's work or look at any artist and talk down on the artist. If I don't like the artist or I don't like the song, probably, you just see that I don't play the song. You just see that I don't even go there. But you rarely find me sit down and talk about any other musician, despite the fact that we all go through a whole heap of bullshit in this industry, politics and the rest of them. But I am the kind of guy that always choose to stick to the positive things. Stick to those positive things. Let Ambassador Dion be the worst English speaker. That is his business. Let him be filled with pride. That is his business. Who does he want to bring the pride to? Me? He's just going to end up within him, or with him and his wall. Yes, some people get mad. Ambassador Dion says that he is the most traveled Edo youth. And how does that affect my GP? How does that affect your daily check? How? Let him say whatever rascal that he wants to say. What I care about is what he's doing to those kids. Ambassador Dion says that Nigeria is hellfire. Okay, he has the right to his words. Like we have never said such a thing, either intentionally or unintentionally, one way or the other, among our friends. Swear to yourselves that you have never said, oh God, this country, man, I want. Swear to yourselves. So why crucify somebody else that decided to make his own very, very loud? Oh, Ambassador Dion is a very loud-mouthed man. Like I give a blood clot fuck. He is loud-mouthed to himself. Let me tell you something. I think only small minds get affected by things like this. If you know who you are, I always say it starts from a knowing. If you know exactly who you are, like I care. Okay, if I should narrow it down to the music industry, do you know how many people come out and shout, especially if you're a rapper or you're a dancehall artist? Do you know how many people come out and say, I am the king of dancehall. I am this, I am that. Oh, band and every rascal and every chichimande down there. You come out on the microphone, me I go, dang you. We hear this all the time. And for that reason, you think I'm going to now hate, okay? Now, Say whatever you like. But let our powers, let our might be shown in action what we do. Everybody have the right to brag. Everybody have the right to boast. You understand? These are the little things. I'm just trying to tell you all little tips how we can actually live together, how we can actually push each other forward without allowing some dirty rascal little things affect our decisions. You understand? He might be a very boastful or boisterous person or whatever. I don't rascal care. After him boasting to be the most traveled youth, is he really the most traveled youth? If you are more traveled than him, go on your wall too and boast. I am the most traveled youth in the whole of Edo State. Nobody's going to beat you for that. You understand? You see us in the music industry, a whole heap of my colleagues come out and say, oh, I'm richer than Bill Gates. Oh, we spend bubble bail on the daily. Oh, we go out in the night and we pop up champagne, 100 champagnes in the night. Everybody have the right to brag. If you know this, and you're enlightened enough to know this, you are not going to let this affect your judgment about people. Trust me. You're just going to laugh at it. As a matter of fact, if you find such statements that you know untrue, it's going to be very hilarious to you. You just laugh over it, and probably with your friends around there, just say, look at this fool. Look how hear what this fool is saying. You drink a beer, you forget it. But making that a case is really appalling. Making that a reason for you all to come out on social media. In case you don't know what social media is a mirror to the world. Now, unlike before, you can actually regulate what you want to. The media or the elite can actually regulate what they want the people to see. But now, once it's over there, I just sitting down in my room like this. I see what's happening in China, what's happening in Indonesia, what's happening in Benin City. I see all your rants. Because by means of connecting myself with the charity work we're doing in Edo State, I am saying no, or my radar is tuned to that place. And I see a whole lot of things that, it's not good. It's not good. We should try to change. Like I said, if not for anything, let us put into consideration those children. Did Ambassador Dion take children out from the street? Yes. How he did it, is that your problem? Is that the problem? Okay, he did not. The way he talks. Actually, there's one female friend of mine from Germany that I was talking to one certain time, and she was like, "Man, I like what that guy's doing, but I hate the way he talks." And I tried to make the woman understand the same thing. I said, I do not talk like him, as you know, but that does not stop me from understanding where he's coming from. You understand? I was watching Seun and Nicolapo Kuti one time. Seun Kuti and somebody were having an argument on his wall. And Seun went out to say, hey, this guy don't know that I was born in Kalakuta Republic. You understand? We know, now we get Yab or something like that. You understand? I got to understand what he was trying to say there is that if you want to bring about Yabis, Fela, his father, and the whole of the Kalakuta Republic, we all know that Yabis is the thing. I'm trying to say some people are raised in different ways. You understand? You cannot make Seun Kuti to become Michael Jackson. You cannot make me to become probably Timaya. You cannot make Timaya to become me. You cannot make me to become Shangapal. You understand? We are raised differently. And the way we approach things are usually very, very different. But if we have humanity in us, it's going to bring about what we call patience. Patience is going to make you just settle down. Take off your garment. Take off your garment from your high horse and try to put yourself in people's shoes and see where they're coming from. If the person is not educated, try to understand, okay, this person is not educated enough. So probably you understand? Like I said, because I schooled in the best schools, From Nigeria, I came out here in Europe. I attended American University, Cyprus. You understand? I got educated to a certain level that I can brag. If we want to be about being braggadocious, like my, like I won't tell you, like the main reason why I left Nigeria to study abroad was just for the same thing. I was tired of the children of the elites come to me or come around us and do like all the kind of things, you know how they do. I was like, hey, no matter what I try to tell them, that I used to have it before. No matter what you try to say, do you know me? My father was, I used to, I attended. Nobody used to care then. And I got moved to the level. I said, no, I would not allow myself. I would not allow myself to run down or get run down in a society where I get no value just because I did not get a certain standard of education, Then people that come back from the University of Hull, or they come back from Harvard, or they come back from London, all those educated kids. Then they, oh, where are you coming from? I'm coming from University of Hull. I'm coming back from Harvard. I'm They try to look down on us, and I challenged myself. No, I'm gonna take myself to the next level, and that was why I moved from Nigeria to get the best of education. I went down, and I did what I had to do. So, because I had that opportunity, doesn't mean everybody have the opportunity. Doesn't mean you have to look down on somebody because he's not as educated as you are. Doesn't mean you have to look down on a person because he's doing things differently from the way you have been brought up to know that's how things are being done. Let's try as much as possible to give room for tolerance. Tolerate one another. Please. I could go on and on and on and on. But I pray that this much I've said today is going to guide us. It's going to guide us come this brand new year 2018. If you have been a supporter of Ambassador Odion, I am not, and I will never urge you all to keep supporting him. No. But look at the points that are before you and ask yourself some basic questions. Simple. It's as simple as this. Ask yourself some basic questions. Ambassador Dion, what is he actually doing wrong that deserves him to be crucified? I want to know. I'm sure every supporter want to know. For the sake of those kids. I keep pointing out, for the sake of those kids. Look at those widows. Like I said, this year, unlike last year, was a very successful year for me, or has been a very successful year for me. I opened up 3 businesses, 1 in Nigeria and 2 out here. I had good record of the sales of my songs. I just rounded up another recording of 2 videos that is coming out next year. I bought landed properties. I mean, very, very, mouth-watering deals on those properties. But of all these things I have achieved this year, none is greater than those pictures that I saw of those women carrying the rice upon their head and they're feeling very, very happy. Those videos that I see, that when we send our money down there, we see old women that have no strength to hustle the way we do. We see smiles on their faces. Should I talk about, is it Osareme or what? Those children, those boys in that he took in out from, is it Ring Road or something? Do you know the smiles that pop up, not from my face, from my heart? I am the kind of guy, I cannot eat knowing that there are people out there that have no food to eat. But this Christmas, while I was pouncing upon my barbecue turkey, I was eating with peace of mind, knowing that I did at least the little I can to see that some of the kids out there had food upon their plates this Christmas. These things are things I want we all to ponder about. These are the things I want we all to put into consideration when making our decisions. You understand? Okay, Ambassador Dion, he wears just one shirt. Oh, that shirt, look at how he's looking. And we are the same people that are going to come out again and crucify him when we see him wearing all the Gucci and the Dolce and Gabbana thing. And we start to say, hey, so is this where all our money is going on your designer clothes? Do you know sometimes I see Ambassador Dion, the videos he makes. You understand? Before, I am the kind of guy that I cannot even come out on camera without even shaving my beard. I feel ashamed of it. You understand? But I see the videos he makes selflessly, looking scruffy. And yet some people have the nerve to criticize him and say, look at the way he's looking. Excuse me. What do you expect him to be wearing? What do you expect him to be doing? Going on all diamond and bling bling? Even if he can afford it. Even if he can afford it. Look, these things are things that, I am trying to, don't get me wrong, I'm trying to see that thing I can hold against him and say, no, for this reason, you are a rascal, bomber-clad scammist. You are not worth my penny. Like I said, the day I find that out and it's genuine, I will be one of those that will bring him down. Yes, because I do not tolerate anything evil or anything that looks like evil. If he being very boastful, that is his rascal business. If he says he's the most traveled human being in this world, that is his business. If you like, let him come out and say he's the best musician ever. That is his business. That has nothing to do with what we are concentrated on. And is not going to deter us from our concentration, which is, how do we make our society better? How do we make Nigeria better? Our government have failed us. We are not even concentrating on that. We're not concentrating about the evil that have been bestowed upon us by the so-called elite and the leaders. We are picking on somebody that took out his time, his energy in his own little way. Like, I agree, the way he's going about it might not be the best way that we all are used to how charity people do it. But that is the way he knows how to do it. And is it working out? It is. Can it be better? Yes, it can be better. So, why not we all come together? Bring up our ideas. If you have one, bring up ideas. He sent me a whole lot of ideas, the man called Ambassador Dion. And ask him, not every idea I jump upon. No, he sends me ideas. I tell him, hey, look at this, look at this, look at this, look at that. The one I like, the one that I can run with, I run with. The one that I can correct, I correct. Ask him. When he brings some ideas, I say, no, we can do it. What do you think about this? Like the last one. And he said, okay, whichever way you think is possible, let's do it. Yeah. To so many people that say he doesn't listen, probably it's your approach. Because I had my own fair share in the ghetto. I know how ghetto people behave. I'm not saying Ambassador Dion is ghetto, but I mean, when you come across somebody that have a little bit of street sense, there is a way you go about dealing with him. You don't come with your whole high horse thing and expect him to just digest it. It's normal. So it's all about wisdom. The same way me. You understand? So many people will say, oh, all hip-hop bad and rascal things about me. But when you get to meet me, it's when you can be able to judge for yourself who exactly I am. So, come 2018, what would I love to see? I want to see a united people. I want to see a united Edo people. Edo people, you are great. Trust me, you are great. There's something about Edo people. You understand? And like I said, I will never want to hold on to any negativity about a people or a person. Even if I have been affected personally. Just this year, trust me, what I personally went through in the hands of some Edo people. But then, do I care? No, it doesn't move me. You know why? Because I know who I am. I am greater than great. I am mightier than mighty. And I keep it to myself. You understand? I have nothing to say or justify to you. But just in my actions and the things that I do. Let my work speak for me. Thank God there is something called Google now. There is internet. Your works will always be out there for people to do their research and find out who you are. You understand? If I am not the braggadocious type of person, doesn't mean I should put a bullet in the head of someone that likes to brag. Let him brag. It's a free word. It's a free word, bro. It's a free word. Let Ambassador Dion brag. Let him run his mouth like gutter, like you say. But that is another topic entirely. From the fact that there are people out there on the streets that their lives need to be affected positively. And I urge all of you to come together as one and build your people. Because there are several other states out there in Nigeria that wish they have somebody like that man out there. If you can do better, like Buju Banton says, who knows better must do better. Show us your work. Show us your work. Show us what you're doing for the masses. Show us how much you love the masses and how you want to affect them. Not by speaking so many big grammars up there on the internet or lashing out at people. Like I said, once again, I do not in any way intend this video to be a way of backlashing or talking down on anybody. But it's just a way to wake us up. Wake us up, please. Please wake up. Wake up. It is very hard. You know one thing? The people that are very hard to convince are the elite. The elite people have a way. I am there. Trust me. I am there. I am there. You know, being a guy that has, like I said, I have seen a little bit about the ghetto life. Trust me, when my colleagues come up with all those things, especially these so-called Oyinbo people, when they come up with all those kind of things, I just laugh and I smile. But there's something that keeps me going. Who I am. I say, with time, I have just one thing to do. To prove to people by proving to myself that I am able to do those things that people say I can't. I just owe myself that great task. And that is how I live my life. I know this message might not be powerful enough for the people according to the Bible. The Bible says the word of God is light. Is light to those that have chosen in their heart to believe in God. But if this word is hidden to those that the God of this word has blinded their eyes. They can't see. They can't see. So, again, not to sound too spiritual, but we need prayers. Above all, we need prayers. For God to touch the heart of so many people that can indeed help, not by cash alone, even by actions. Not by everything is not about money. I see some people go down there to Africa and they go out on the streets to assist people in the hospitals, to assist the old people. Those things are things that we can do. But for people like me that do not have the time and the opportunity to make myself available, I choose to let my cash go ahead of me. That's why. So it doesn't mean that the cash is more important. Doesn't mean that the money I give is more important than that young lady that is out there without money but have made herself available to take care of those old people and those sick people. As a matter of fact, what those kind of people are doing are worth more than any kind of money people like me or you can give. Let's don't concentrate on the money. Don't let it be all about, oh, Ambassador Dion, money. No. Let's don't concentrate about the money. You understand? It's only normal. It's only normal. Oh, he's coming out to brag about things that his money is not getting. Excuse me, bro. I mean, I don't know. But we are enlightened. I thought we are enlightened enough. I thought we are all enlightened to know some kind of things when we spit them out. Do we go back and reason these things when we spit them out? Well, it's left for everyone. They say to each one in own. You understand? But in whatsoever we do, where it affects me is when it affects those kids. Take Ambassador Dion, put a gun to his head, blow his rascal head off. You and the state have a case to answer. But in doing that, make sure it does not affect the lives of many, many poor people we have out there that the little thing he's doing is affecting positively. Talk is cheap, very cheap. I'm here now, I'm talking. It's costing me nothing. It's costing me nothing but just that I've not even drunk. And I love to drink. I've not drank water for a while now. That's the only thing this talk is costing me. Apart from that, it's too cheap to talk. But when you start putting actions to your words, that's when we are going to take you serious. He is the worst thing that ever happened to Edo State. We agree. Come up with something better. And we are going to run with it. I'm going to run with it with you. Trust me. All right. Thank you. I've taken a whole heap of time. Not intended. But, this is how it goes. But I hope the much I have said today is going to cause a positive impact on our lives come 2018, in the way we act, in the way we do things, and in the way we relate with our brothers and our sisters. Your argument is valid. Nobody's saying that. It's not. Your arguments are valid. Come up with it. When I have time, I will come up here and I will reply and we'll discuss it like intellects. You understand? Okay. Thank you very much. I remain your dancehall Admiral C4C, and I look really forward to seeing you all next year. Next year, stay tuned to this page. Next year, we have a whole heap of things. A whole heap of things. More lives are going to be impacted. More lives are going to be affected positively, either by cash or by kind. I am an entertainer extraordinaire. We do not just entertain people, but we try to see that the entertainment we bring gets to the people positively in affecting them one way or the other. Even if it's a smile I'm going to put on your face alone, that goes a long way in fulfilling my mission. So stay tuned. We are going to be raising up a TV station and a radio station this 2018. We have a whole heap of things. Let me don't let the cat out of the bag now. But it's going to be great if you stick to this page, because we out here, we are entertainers extraordinary. We do not just do music. We affect lives positively. So stay tuned to us. Thanks to everyone that has been supporting us. Thanks to everyone that have been supporting me. Thanks to everyone that have been sharing my work. And look out. Like I said, I think I've done this before, but I'm going to do it again. I feel very sorry for disappointing all the lovely fans that look forward to having the brand new video. Hello. We did everything. As a matter of fact, Hello is ready. But being someone that is signed to a record label, I cannot just do things myself. We have to allow the record label do what is best for them. It's my own fault. Yes, I take the blame. I was able to submit both the audio and the video at a very wrong time. According to them, it was too late to let it come out in 2017. So come 2018, you're going to see Hello out there. So big up once again, Sony Music License, Cat Music Romania, VP Record New York. These are the labels that have been handling my thing for the past 4 years. And I give them all thanks for seeing the inability in me and taking me from where I was to where I am today. It is a great thing, and I look forward. Yes, let me sound this now to so many Nigerians that have said, hey, bring your thing back home. Hey, why don't we see you on our television? Trust me, it's not my doing. If like I said, I look at Ambassador Dion and see what he's going through. So if they can crucify Ambassador Dion, then who the fuck am I? You understand? Well, that's being said, we are open to anybody. So if you know any management group or any publicist or how are we gonna say it? Any media that can take the brand Admiral C4C into Africa, let it known to us. I will submit that to the record label and we can discuss how we can make this happen. It is my utmost desire to see that my people get to enjoy the things that other foreigners, are enjoying. You understand? I'm not, like I say, I might not be the best of your old artists, but right here, we have a lockdown. I don't think there's up to 4. Let me brag like Ambassador Dion now. I don't think when it comes to the whole of Europe, I don't think apart from Dr. Alban, there is any artist bigger than me. Let me brag like him now. And I hope you're going to shoot me the way you shoot him when he brags too. Well, that is my way of digression anyway. Like I said, we look forward to having our impact in Africa come 2018. Depends, because we can't do it on our own. It depends on my people. If my people want to see me back there, then it's going to be possible for us to have a homecoming. But again, it's going to take you, and you to support me, support my work by always sharing my musical video. Hello is coming out in 2018 January. It is a spectacular work. Trust me. Trust me. Of course you know. When we're talking about Sony Music License, we're talking about VP Records. They're not handing nothing but the best. Big up yourself. Big up all my lovely brothers. Big up, and trust me from the utmost part of my heart. I know also my wife, I don't know, no, she's not my wife yet, but my wife to be, she is going to be really happy to say, blessed 2018, and we look forward to seeing you all. A whole lot of things. And let me don't forget, I am going to be getting married in 2018. Of course, it's going to be, let's just leave it at that. The announcement is going to be made very soon, and it's going to be just about the dates. I mean, we've talked about it, a whole heap of blogs, over 300 blogs have talked about it up to now. But then the dates have not been let out. You know why? Because because you know, we have a whole heap of celebrities coming in from all around the world. So it's been very difficult for us to pin a date, but we're getting close. We're getting close because we already know the month now. It's going to be in August. August 2018, I'll be getting married. The date is going to be made known to you all as soon as possible. And invitations is going to be sent to everyone that can make it to the wedding, because it is going to be in a secret location only known to those that are given the invitation. So I look forward to seeing a whole heap of you I've never seen before, including Ambassador Dion. I told him I'm looking forward to seeing you and your lovely wife, because I can't be running things with you for years and I never set my eyes upon you. It's good. We're going to use that opportunity to meet each other and several other great people out there, and we rub minds on, again, what we know how to do best, taking our nation, Nigeria, to greater heights. Big up yourself. Thank you very much. And watch out. Hello 2018. Love you all. Love you all from the bottom of my heart. Trust me, I love you all more than fried rice and chicken. You understand? Bless you. And keeping on. Keep throwing up love. Kisses and love.